And just to prove my point, I just took a little bit more lagging off. There it is written, look, YTW, Yorkshire Thin Wall. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. This first job I'm going to show you, things didn't go very well. I don't always film jobs like this because it was such a basic job. It was just change a bath tap and change a blender. But sometimes you just get a gut feeling that something is going to go wrong. I don't know whether it's experience or I don't know what it is. You just get that feeling. Backstory is I got the job done and then a week later I get a phone call to say the ceiling's come down. Obviously I went back out. You always feel awful as a plumber. We've probably all experienced it at some point. That phone call from the customer saying, oh, I've got water coming through my lights, the ceiling's come down. Anyway, I went out and, well, I'm not going to spoil it too much. I'll show you in the video, but let me know what you guys think I should have done different or if I could have done anything different. I'm always really careful at the end of every job I do to check to make sure there's no leaks, but sometimes, you know, there's only so much you can do. So yeah, I'm going to get straight on with the video. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, thank you for watching. Right, I've just been called out to this job. As you can see, the hot tap is running, but it's running extremely hot. So the blender's failed. I think what they've done, that probably secondary return looping back in there, a bit naughty done in speed fit. So what I'm going to do, knock the water off, and get some isolators on here so we've got control, pop a new blender on, and I'll have a look at the tap. I might even change the tap yet. But yeah, the last plumber's not done me any favours under there. Plastic heaven. There is a double check valve on the cold, to be fair. But yeah, I'll get the water off. Everything's running so hot. And we'll have a look, see what we can sort with it. I will isolate that secondary circulation. And this is the mains water in to the building on a lever valve, which is nice and handy. Is there a check valve? I should be alright upstairs anyway. I'll open the tap downstairs and we'll get some service valves put on the pipe work. Right, we'll see if that's done the trick. Hopefully that breathes in. Wait for that to stop and I'll get this pipe work and I'll get some valves on here. And one on the cold at the back. Remember to connect that back up at the end. That's going to stop. That's hot. That is so hot. Blimey. Let's get control of the hot. Get it turned off, no doubt. We'll get one on the cold as well. Don't have an insert in there. Oh, it fell out. Good, it fell out. Get one on the cold. There is an arrow on these, so we'll get them pointing up. Let's just get it disconnected out of the way. That's gone on. Get the isolators off. Right. So what I've done is put some valves on there. We can get the water back on, and we should be good to work on that. That stat is set at 65, but they did seem quite hot. What I'll do is just get the water back on, and we'll check that at the end. Hopefully there's no leaks up there. Right, we'll go and have a look. Well, I've just run back upstairs, that's why I'm out of breath. That gives us full control. It's quite a big building, this. I would say that one there is secondary. That one probably loops out of the blender back to the basin, and obviously that one feeds the bath. So what I'll do, rig this blender back up now. We've got some ISO valves on. try and sort the pipework out, and we'll probably just change that tap. Hopefully it should make it easier for the next person having isolators on. Hate push fit is what it is. Trying to make sure we get the hot into the hot side. Which we need to join back in at the back. Make sure you put your inserts in. It's cold connected back up. Awkward little jobs these. Mind you, nobody ever said it was going to be easy, did they? Had to get that one in there. Something like that it was. I know it's not the best, but it's as good as it was, and that mixed will just swing back in, but I'll have a look at the tap next before I go much further. Right, let's have this out. Get the shower bit disconnected. I'm just going to change this tap. Got to get the tap connectors off here as well. Got that one. That should just lift out now. We'll give that a clean up. Get the new tap in and get everything connected back underneath. I know it's not the best plumbing, but we're only here to fix the problem. There's only so much you can do. I've used the wrong inserts on them pipes. See if I can get that insert out. I've lost my grips. Used they've used standard inserts, so I'll change that to a super seal. Right, that's got the cold all connected back in. What I'll do before I forget is get that overflow connected back up, because you can easily forget them. You probably can't see any of that. Get the overflow connected back in. And then I've just got the hot to connect back up. Of course, that is the hot. Yeah, that should reach that. That should go like that. Right, that's hot and cold connected back in. We'll connect this hot into the blender. You don't need to use an insert on these because I've already got a solid insert on them. best plumbing you'll ever see. In fact, it's awful, but it'll be fine. A bit of jet blue on there. Right. Make sure they're all tight. That's all back on. We just need to do a DFT check on that, make sure the blender's working, check temperatures, and we should be good. We will get the hot back on. Hot back on. Cold back on. Under there. Make sure we got no leaks. We'll have a really good check and then we'll just check temperatures and that's it. Right, this should be a maximum of 41 degrees on this tap. I will get my temperature probe out. It does feel a little bit warm still, to be fair. But we can adjust it if we need to. And then when we turn the cold off at the back, the hot should stop. That's doing a failure test on it, so it passed its failure test. But we just need to check temperature. To adjust these blenders, probably just use a adjustable. I use my grips because they're in my hand. Just turn it down. There is hot and cold written on them, so that should make it a little bit colder. That feels a lot better. I'm going to get my temperature probe out anyway. That feels about right, to be fair. I did nearly forget. I know somebody will have remembered. All this does is circulate water to the far end of the building. So it might be up to temperature. I don't know if it's on a PIR or a sensor or something. But yeah, it's all back on how it was anyway. The dreaded coolback. It's leaking underneath that speed fit ISO that I put on. There's an elbow or a socket and it's super crusty. I don't know if you can see on my fingers. And I think I probably disturbed it. It's all come through the ceiling. So I need to try and get that out. It's only on speed fit. I'll see if I can pull it up. Every time I turn the water back on, it was just spraying through. So I would say I've disturbed it. Let's see if we can get it out. Right, I pulled it back to there. I can hardly get to this, you know. Oh look, there's a... What is that? That's a speed fit socket on there, look. I bet there's no inserts in it. The pipe's just loose, look. Completely loose. I don't know if you can see, look, it's just completely loose. You can feel on it. Oh. Let's see if I can get that off. Can't do it. It was that fitting underneath the floor. You can see how scaled that is. It's obviously been leaking a while. I've obviously disturbed it. This is actually like a week later as well. So it's obviously been dripping and then it's decided to go. I actually thought it was coming from my speed fit isolator I put on because it looked like the water was spraying up. Of course I wiggled the pipe and then it completely came apart. But yeah, that's why I don't like plastic. See all the scale on that, that's not been done in the last week. Or what is it, 4 days since I've been? 5 days? Yeah, it's been leaking a while. Right, that's got it all put back together. I'm just testing the bath trap out because I've had that off. But yeah, I would say that had been leaking a while looking at the scale. I'm not trying to negate responsibility, but I don't know. It was leaking on that one, I would say. You can see. Can you see? Well, it's just been coming out there. That's why I don't like speed fit. It's okay, it's got its uses, but it causes problems. I'll just quickly show you this job because somebody mentioned asbestos in this last video. In my last video, what I've got to do here is make this boiler room safe so they can remove the ceiling. I can't unscrew any of the clips out of the ceiling because obviously that will disturb dust. All I can do, I can't even remove this pipe lagging because it's obviously touching the asbestos. All I can do is isolate stuff, make it safe, and then they'll remove all the lagging, everything, and then we'll just have to put new clips and stuff back because all that will go as asbestos waste. So we do things properly, we do get stuff tested. Obviously the electrician will come make all his cables safe. But yeah, that is this job anyway. So there's one or two bits I've got to go up in the tank roof bit as well because that's all asbestos, make sure nothing's touching. But you can see everything's on the ceiling, so all this needs making safe. And then we'll come put a new ceiling up and then we can clip back to it. I'll show you up in the tank room. I'll see if I can climb up without falling. So you just got this ladder here. Long way up there. Bear with me. Bear with me. So all the ceiling's asbestos in here. You can see as they pass the flue through, they've already knocked some of it off. This tank is dead, so what I'm going to do is cut that vent off. That lagging's not asbestos. Cut that vent off out of the way, and we're going to put some planks across the top of the tank so they've got better access. That one there is live. That one is the heating tank. There's not much I can do about the vent on that. So that used to be the cold to this tank. It's been capped. So yeah, I'll show you up in there. That's the flue off the boilers. And as I say, all this ceiling needs fireproofing. Let's see if I can show you in here. You see that tank is empty. It goes down a way, doesn't it? And that's our 28mm vent over the top. So all we'll do is board across here, probably take the lid off, board across, and then they should just be able to crawl across and get the asbestos off. We don't do any of that though, specialist contractor. I'll get this vent pipe out of the way. Where's my Milwaukee? Drop my copper through the tank, that's my profit. And we'll get that one off. Long way down there, isn't it? Probably put some boards across there as well, make it a little bit safer. We don't want it too close to the flue. Right, that'll be fine. What I'm going to do is bring some planks back with me. I have actually only come to have a look today just to make sure they can get on, because we're like the main contractor on it, and then we get subcontractors into the asbestos removal. I don't normally show bits like this because I don't think it's that interesting. It's just that somebody brought up asbestos in the last one, but I just want to show you the process. We get everything tested, then we get everything removed, and then we can work safely. But yeah, as I say, I just film interesting bits that I come across. I don't know if I fancy taking them coppers out along the back as well. That's all 42mm copper, or it might even be 54. Obviously we need to try and clean the boiler room out so they've got full access. But yeah, that old shower cold feed dropped down. Obviously that tank's empty and it's all 54mm copper across there. I'll have a look. That 35mm one wants to come out as well. As I say, because a lot of them are just cut off and dangling. So as soon as they take the supports off, you see that one there is loose as a goose. That one there is full of water as well, all over the electrics. I'll get a bucket, I'll get that one out, but I'm looking at these. But yeah, I'll have a look, see if I can get that out, because they go across and they're all dead now. There's some weight on that valve. Let's just chuck it down there a minute. That's all brass that is. You can always tell the good valves from the bad ones Bet that valve's not been turned in years. And look, it still works. As good as new. Whereas modern gate valves, one turn and they're bust off. Look at that, look. That one's 54. I don't know what the bigger one was. Probably 67. Yeah. If you've not seen this before, this is YTW, Yorkshire Thin Wall. It had a red band all the way down it. It's real thin copper. As I say, you couldn't bend this stuff. They used it a lot, obviously when copper got real expensive. But it's just something to watch out for. It tends to pinhole. But you see that red band clearly all the way down it. YTW. And just to prove my point, I just took a little bit more lagging off. There it is written, look, YTW, Yorkshire Thin Wall.